Use a ratchet with extension, 10mm socket. Remove the 3 nuts. I think I need to remove this panel, but I still haven't gotten this off yet. Oh. Make sure it doesn't fall. Got it! Alright, put that right there. So got that off. I had to put a screwdriver behind it, put my fingers in, and like you literally have to yank that shit hard. Pretty damn hard. And then gotta remove these bolts, or nuts. And it's, oh, okay. Got that last one. Okay, starting on the left side, use the heat gun to soften factory adhesive. I'm assuming, I don't know where it wants me to do that. I'm guessing on the outside. Okay. So yeah, we close the trunk. Grab these directions. And I'm just going to use a heat gun, aka a hair dryer. So in the directions, it says to cut the glue. The glue is right here. And you just get what I did, I went and got a cheap razor blade that extends really far. Probably didn't need to. And then I just heated it up with a hair dryer and sprayed it with quick detailer, the blade, and just slid it in there until literally, you could see the blade poking out on this side, and you'll just feel it start to come loose, like that. You'll feel it loose. The next part, I have to like get my fingers underneath this to pry it open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a towel, and because that part didn't seem too clear. So this seems to be working. Okay. And then it says lift straight up, right? Okay, so you literally have to pry with some force. I put a towel with a screwdriver and I wedged it in between to get my fingers underneath. You know, you don't have to do that. I'm not saying that's what you do, so if you ruin your paint, don't blame me. So then you have to disconnect some brake light clips. How does it say to do that?
With the spoiler free from the vehicle, remove the electrical connector from the third brake light along with the wiper fluid line.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back. So you have to release this clip, push this into the thing, and then it slides out. And then you unbolt the washer fluid from here, not from the actual wing itself. What does it say next?
Remove spoiler and place upside down on a non-abrasive surface.
Okay, I have my shag carpet.
Alright, when the factory spoiler prepped, completely remove the backing from tape label A on your Aerofabb spoiler extension.
So I gotta prep the surface. I'm just gonna do that with some soapy water. Spray my cloth and wipe. This is mixed with like Dawn dish soap or whatever to get all grease off.
tape label B as shown. Backing should be peeled enough to hang over the top of the spoiler extension, allow you to grip and remove later instead.
Okay, so tape label A are these pieces. You're on my phone to see if it's angled, right? It's these pieces. And so you completely take those off. Completely remove the backing. As so. Throw those off to the side. Boom. Okay. So easy a caveman could do it. So, fully prepped surface. Partially peel back the backings.
For tape B.
Which is both of these. Partially. And it looks like he angled them up in the picture. So that's what we'll do. We'll angle these up that way. And can't seem to get this. I don't have nails. Oh, I got it. So, angle those upwards. Next, lightly place spoiler extension over your factory spoiler using the brake light as a reference for the center. So, kind of have to turn this around. You gotta hold this up a bit. Okay, I'll just give it one last wipe down, make sure there's no shit underneath. So, using the brake light for reference. And I think that's pretty centered. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Okay, do not press down on double-sided tape until extension is in the correct position. It looks pretty correct.
Did you press down already?
Yeah, no, I made sure it was correct. And it verifies that it should be centered. It is centered. And I made sure it kind of like lines up with this crease of that. So with that done, with the spoiler extension firmly in place, oh wait. Hold label tape A for 30 seconds. So that's, 30 seconds in my book. So completely remove the backing from tape B. So that's where you just kind of pull that out and then press down. And hold firmly for 30 seconds. So, now with the spoiler extension firmly in place, use a drill and drill a 3/32 size thing to the hole to make a hole. We'll do this side first because you're holding it. Ooh, okay. So you just kind of, I'm gonna do this one first. This part's probably the easier part of the process, so props to that. So literally getting the bumper off was the hardest part. Okay, with those properly drilled, next you grab the bolts, I'm assuming. It gives you a little diagram. All your hardware is here. Oh, there's alcohol pads. I didn't even see those. I used dish soap. Okay, so you get your nuts and your washers, and that goes inside. And these little seated bolts go on the outside to make it look nice and pretty. So, okay. Don't lose all your hardware.
Side isn't even that far to get on. That's not how this feels bad.
Goes on over there. Okay, so with that done, you take your tape off that you just bolted to your car.
I told you.
I'm just kidding, it's not bolted. It might be actually. No, it's not. Okay, and then you gotta come back over. Scratch your car up real nice. It'll like that.
Did you want to clean up here?
No. I didn't care what it looks like under there. And then yeah, you just bolt your brake light back up, or don't, you know. It doesn't really matter if other drivers know what you're doing. Okay. And just beat the shit out of your car real good. And that's kind of what bothers me. But that's looking good. Oh, I should have took all that dealership wrap off. Okay. Now you go and you put your bolts back in. Button these down a tad bit. That's in there. And I don't know how the fuck. I'm not even sure how the hell.
These things.
You just beat the shit out of your car. And that is the spoiler. Voila. Nice little lip. Cool. And that's the end of the video.